Katie Joy of Without a Crystal Ball got sassy on Instagram late last night. As those who have been following this story know, there has been an ongoing feud between Katie Joy and Todd Chrisley for a few weeks. Todd announced on his podcast his plans to sue Katie Joy. And, as we reported, the blogger, influencer, and reporter took to social media to announce she planned to countersue him for defamation. The influencer reminded her followers late last night that Todd was due in court tomorrow, and she wanted to wish him the best of luck. The Without a Crystal Ball blogger wanted it to be known she was confident in who she was, and she had no intention of wavering or stepping off of her platform simply because Todd was coming for her. Todd Chrisley mentioned on his podcast he and his legal team had told Katie Joy how she could make the whole lawsuit go away. Both Katie and Todd have confirmed they want her to turn over all communications and reveal sources related to what she recently reported about Lindsay. Now, Katie Joy did reach out to us to clarify she was not suggesting her opinion on anything. She was reporting facts based on legal documents. So she wasn't exactly sure how Todd even had grounds to sue her for defamation. In her most recent Instagram post addressing the situation, she refers to Todd as a desperate man who is willing to do desperate things so he can control how his image is perceived by the public. She added that she is confident in who she is as a person, and she wished him the best of luck in court tomorrow. Toward the end of her Instagram post, she noted that she had switched to expressing her opinion. She doubled down on the fact that freedom of speech was a real thing, and she was entitled to an opinion that couldn't be silenced by a lawsuit she believed was a distraction. She continued, "They are facing 30 years in prison. All this noise they are creating, in my opinion, is PR spin to distract y'all from their criminal case. But that's just my opinion. Freedom of speech is a thing." Now, Todd Chrisley did mention Katie Joy in his most recent Instagram post as well. He noted that he looked forward to moving forward with the lawsuit he has against the blogger. Todd Chrisley promised more information as the lawsuit moved forward, including an official date once it gets set. Katie Joy has made it clear she will work with the Chrisleys to resolve things. But she isn't interested in revealing her sources. Nor does she believe she's done anything wrong to give him the grounds to come after her in the first place. What do you make of this ongoing feud between Katie Joy and Todd Chrisley? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. And keep coming back for the latest on Chrisley Knows Best. Katie Joy, the outspoken YouTuber behind Without a Crystal Ball, is back in the spotlight. And this time, it's not for one of her controversial videos. Her latest online jab is aimed squarely at Todd Chrisley, the imprisoned reality star best known for Chrisley Knows Best. As Todd faces yet another round of courtroom drama, Katie couldn't resist tossing a little shade his way. Her recent comments have fans buzzing, with many wondering if this ongoing feud between the outspoken commentator and the fallen TV patriarch will ever cool down. Katie's sassy, sweepy Katie Joy has never been one to hold her tongue, and her online presence thrives on her sharp mix of sarcasm and blunt honesty. When news broke that Todd Chrisley would be returning to court for a new hearing regarding his ongoing legal appeals, Katie wasted no time reacting. Her post, dripping with sass, didn't name him directly at first, but the context made it obvious who she was referring to. She wrote about desperate reality stars still trying to convince the world they're victims, punctuated by a mock good luck in court. Within minutes, fans connected the dots. Her comments were followed by a short clip of Todd Chrisley's old interview, one where he claimed he was being unfairly targeted. Katie captioned it simply, "Narrator, he wasn't." That biting humor is Katie's signature move, and her audience knows it well. Todd's legal woes continue. Todd Chrisley's ongoing legal battles have been nothing short of exhausting. After being convicted on multiple counts of bank fraud and tax evasion, Todd and his wife Julie both began serving lengthy prison sentences. But even from behind bars, Todd has continued to fight for his name, filing appeals, and seeking to overturn his conviction. The latest courtroom appearance stems from new motions filed by his legal team, who argue that evidence was mishandled and that prosecutors overstepped their authority. Todd's supporters continued to rally behind him online, claiming the justice system is targeting him unfairly. But for critics like Katie Joy, it's all theater, a desperate attempt to cling to a tarnished image. Katie, who has covered the Chrisley family's legal saga from the very beginning, views Todd's latest moves as little more than performance. Her pointed remarks suggest that she believes Todd's appeals are less about justice and more about staying relevant. Feud with the Chrisleys. A history. The tension between Katie Joy and the Chrisley family isn't new. Their feud stretches back years, rooted in her commentary on Chrisley Knows Best and the family scandals. Todd has publicly called Katie a liar, obsessed, and even threatened legal action against her. Meanwhile, Katie has accused Todd of using intimidation tactics to silence criticism. During the height of the Chrisleys' popularity, Katie frequently dissected their family's polished public image, pointing out contradictions and inconsistencies between what was shown on television and what emerged in court filings. Her blunt coverage earned her both praise and backlash. When Todd was sentenced to prison, Katie's reaction was unapologetically blunt. She didn't celebrate, but she did remind followers that accountability isn't hate. Since then, she's made occasional comments about Todd's incarceration, each one layered with equal parts irony and amusement. Now, as Todd gears up for yet another courtroom battle, Katie seems to be relishing the irony of his situation. Her good luck post may have been brief, but it carried years of built-up tension between two outspoken personalities who refused to back down. Fans' take side. Social media quickly lit up after Katie's post. Some of her followers cheered her on, appreciating her unfiltered honesty. Comments like "Say it louder, Katie," and "He deserves that sass" filled her threads, but others accused her of going too far, arguing that she should move on and stop kicking a man while he's down. For Katie, however, this kind of polarization is nothing new. Her career thrives on the conversations she sparks, and she rarely backs away from a controversial take. She seems to understand that her audience doesn't just follow her for celebrity updates. They follow her for commentary that slices through the polished facades of reality television. Interestingly, some fans noted that Katie's latest remarks may have been strategically timed. Todd's daughter, Savannah Chrisley, has been particularly active online, defending her father and promoting her own media ventures. Katie's post came shortly after Savannah gave an interview criticizing bloggers who profit off pain. Whether intentional or coincidental, Katie's post seemed like a well-aimed response. The symbolism of "good luck." Katie's phrase "good luck in court" is deceptively simple. But in the context of her history with Todd Chrisley, it carries a sting. It's not a genuine wish for success. It's a carefully chosen phrase loaded with irony. In essence, Katie seems to be saying, "You'll need more than luck to get out of this one." Her audience understands the subtext. Katie often uses sarcasm as a rhetorical tool, allowing her to mock without directly attacking. It's a way to stay within the bounds of commentary while still delivering a cutting blow. What makes her approach so effective is her tone. Confident, detached, and tinged with humor. Rather than ranting or gloating, she drops a simple line that lingers, letting her followers fill in the blanks. That's part of why her audience keeps coming back. She knows how to provoke thought and reaction with minimal effort. The broader conversation beyond the feud itself. Katie's post touches on a bigger cultural conversation about accountability and image management. Reality TV stars often blur the line between authenticity and performance, crafting personas that audiences either adore or despise. When those personas face real-world consequences, the reactions are polarized. Some fans defend them passionately, while others demand they be held accountable. Katie has built her brand by dissecting that tension. She challenges the narratives presented on television and digs into the contradictions behind them. For Todd Chrisley, who built his fame on the image of a wealthy, witty family man, Katie's scrutiny has been particularly cutting. Her willingness to keep discussing the Chrisley family even years into their downfall shows her commitment to the larger story, one about fame, ego, and the illusion of control. In her view, Todd's courtroom efforts aren't just legal maneuvers. They're attempts to reclaim a narrative that has long since slipped out of his hands. Todd's attempt at redemption from prison. Todd Chrisley has reportedly remained vocal, issuing statements through his family and maintaining his innocence. He's trying to keep his faith and optimism intact, often speaking about God's plan and the hope of vindication. But to critics like Katie, that narrative feels like a deflection.